What is going on, everyone? So today I have a very interesting idea that I've been kind of thinking about for a few months, even though I haven't been recording videos. And I think this may be a series starter. I always say that and never happens, but what I want to do today is go over positive reviews from really terrible movies. And these are going to be movies that I've seen or know to stay away from. So I did kind of get this idea from the podcast, How Did This Get Made? They talk about really terrible movies and they go over really positive Amazon reviews. And yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoy. The movie that I'm going to be analyzing, or these reviews for, I guess, is going to be Apollo 18. Now, I just got done watching this as I'm recording this video, and this movie was just all sorts of a mess. Nothing happens. It's just, there's like a jump scare or two, because it's a horror found footage movie from like I think it's like 2011, they said. And it's just so boring, and nothing happens. A cool concept got ruined by just mediocrity, so without further ado, let's go over some reviews. So I filtered on IMDb the most positive reviews first. So, okay, it just decided to go away on me. There we go. So most most positive first. I'll just read a few depending how long they are, and we'll go from there. So I'm not gonna mention these people's users' names either. So starting with the first one, 10 out of 10, found footage delight. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, despite the negative reviews from many people. The new cinematic style of found footage film is one of those kinds of film that either you absolutely love it and spend eons looking for more films in that style, or you loathe it and all films like it. The depth of the characters, whereas the build-up previous to become attached to the characters doesn't show too much. It simply throws you into the action after a brief interlude. I admire the acting and footage style, the mounting of the desperation as the terror of the unknown builds in slow simmer to an explosive finish. It really drew me in. There's literally no character development, so I have no clue what they're talking about. If you find yourself looking for a good short horror flick, especially if you love quality found footage flicks as I do, I definitely suggest that you invest the hour and 15 minutes. Pretty sure it's like an hour and 27 because I sat through this garbage. And by the way, I'm not ragging on people who have opinions. I'm just saying their opinions are not good on certain instances. Alright, so another 10 out of 10. Really good scary movie for parents and older teens to watch together. Apollo 13, Paranormal Activity, and Alien have little shock compared to this beauty. What? Apollo 13 isn't even a horror movie. What makes Apollo 18 so watchable is its believable notions. Why haven't we returned to the moon? 'Cause NASA got like canceled. At last, the viewers have an answer. And if even this movie is all fiction, do they really think it's real? The reasons why sound completely plausible. The movie was easy to follow, and the dialogue was in layman terms. So clearly, this shows what kind of viewer they are. 3 loud screams of shock came from our living room while the movie continued. I recommend it to anyone who is ready for a fun ride. To all who are thinking of watching this, but are not fans of horror or scary films, you will be alright, with a smiley face. How cute. Among the best suspense sci-fi I've seen, 10 out of 10. I've seen a lot of sci-fi movies, but this one really stands out as one of my favorites. First off, I like the lack of polish, no music, actors acting like they're, THEIR, special, etc. Apollo 18 is not like Apollo 13 with all the NASA glitz and bravado. Apollo 18 starts out and ends like a realistic mission to the moon. The twists that come during the movie are great. The secrets kept from the astronauts and the things they discover, and to the suspense. Then the unexpected things that happen, like the one astronaut going bonkers. Who speaks like this? Then the unexpected things that happen, like the one astronaut going bonkers, keep adding to the suspense and scare factor. Finding the Russian leader is still more fuel being added to the suspense. What I also liked was the realistic acting of the actors. I think they already said that. It was how someone would react if given the circumstances that they went through. The alien life form was of a type that was not expected. More interesting stuff. A sequel to the movie would be great. Right, because we need a movie. Oh my gosh. Holy crap, this next one, they freaking made a thesis. Oh my goodness. Alright, so 10 out of 10. Brilliant film that transcends sci-fi genre on an existential level. Spanish director Gonzalo Lopez Gallego has brought a film of such profound beauty and depth to the screen that to categorize it as science fiction is to do a disservice, as he as a director, and the ingenious script by Brian Miller. I researched Brian Miller, by the way. This was the only movie he's written, so if that doesn't say anything. Working with a limited budget, the gifted Lopez Gallego makes superb use of what is available to him to create an excellent recreation of an Apollo moonlander, which is essential to create an atmosphere of realism and incredible suspense for him to work within. He also puts a largely unknown American cast through their paces as they deliver unforgettably moving performances in roles that veteran actors would die to play. Ultimately, it is Warren Christie who will be remembered forever as the American astronaut with the most to lose and who must bear the greatest existential burden outlined by the story. Those who came together as artists have produced a film that has the courage to confront difficult questions regarding life and death, truth and lies, and duty and conscience. There's really no other film to compare this unique work to because it is so stunningly original, both concept and execution. I honestly cannot tell if this is serious or not. There's still like 2 more paragraphs that I'll get through. But I honestly don't know. I'm assuming... I don't know. Some people have really bad opinions. I guess we'll keep reading. Some of the scenes involving the astronauts' bitter confrontation with the truth and the unknown force that threatens them are so intense, are unlike anything ever filmed before. Low-budget, independent films seldom garner the attention and awards they deserve, even when Harvey Weinstein has placed his personal imprimatur upon them, so the Academy will most likely pay this work little mention at all, especially now that he's like a convicted felon. However, director Lopez Gallego, screenwriter Brian Miller, and actors Warren Christie and Ryan Robbins are names we will be hearing a great deal of indeed in the future. Under other circumstances, there would certainly be nominations for the director, screenplay, and Christie for a performance that sets the screen afire with emotion and leaves audiences sobbing. This review is leaving me sobbing. The technical work done and expression of the hypnotic script is on a par with some of the outstanding special effects houses in America. It is a mystery why there is such a low rating here in the absence of a mainstream reviewer's high praise. Once all involved with this motion picture ultimately achieve the recognition they deserve, you can be sure that Apollo 18 will be reappraised by those who have dismissed it and will go on to become a famous piece of artistic brilliance that initially heralded the arrival of director Gonzalo Lopez Gallego to the English language format, Brian Miller to the ranks of the truly legendary screeners of truly fine scripts. There's little doubt that Warren Christie will become a household name when he is reevaluated on the basis of his acting here. Most importantly, do not doubt yourself the honor and enjoyment you will experience when you view that as an overlooked masterpiece that has been sadly overlooked. Okay. You will not soon forget it and the haunting questions and images it will leave you with. I'm genuinely... You know what I'm gonna do? Let's see. Is there a way to... Damn. Can you not? I'm trying to see if you can like click on the user so I can see if this dude's just a straight up troll or not. I'm having a hard time figuring it out, but maybe if I can figure it out, I'll maybe make a separate video with this dude's terrible reviews. All right. Let's see. Do maybe like 2 more because that one took forever to read. 10 out of 10. Such a good concept. Really gets you thinking. Absolutely love this film, but I can understand the bad reviews. I am one for a good alien conspiracy, and the moon has always interested me, and no other filmmaker has made anything similar to this, apart from Paranormal Activity, but that's only similar in the sense of the camera shots used. I think that grainy images used add a lot of suspense, and the story is strong. The only part I thought was pointless was the story of the guy and his family that wasn't needed, even though it was there to add emotions to the film. A lot of people have criticized the ending. I think they did rush it a bit, but still a good ending from a good film. Definitely worth the watch if you enjoy a good conspiracy. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, let's do one more positive review, and then I'm just gonna go with like a 1 star, and we'll finish it there. And this one has spoilers, so if you really wanted to watch this great movie, I would skip ahead. Alright, so 10 on 10, a very good movie. And notice how people who are making these reviews can't speak properly, they can't write basic grammar properly, just saying. Alright, I was looking forward to this movie so much, I got what I wanted too. Apollo 18 was an exciting movie that I thought was one of the best of this year. It had a very good plot, good acting, good aliens, and good suspense. The plot is about 3 astronauts. Well, okay. One stays in an orbit ship and 2 go on to the moon. The 2 on the moon start to get weird interference and strange signs around their camp. Towards the end of the film, one of the astronauts gets infected by an alien. People are saying it's literally like a rock. They attempt to escape, but their ship breaks down, so they go to a Russian ship. On the way, the infected astronaut gets lost. The other one gets to the Russian ship. The astronaut in orbit gets ordered to leave the astronauts on the moon. Toasted the end of the movie. The last astronaut on the moon launches the ship to meet the one in orbit. The aliens get into the ship of the astronaut launching, and he dies. Then his ship launching crashes into the astronaut in orbit, and the movie ends. The aliens were very good. They were the rocks, which was perfect because the moon is all rocks. This was a very good movie, and I recommend it to anyone who likes sci-fi, horror, suspense, and action. Alright, and let's skim all the way down to the 1 stars. Wow, let me just skip down. Hang on 1 second, guys. Alright, I'm actually going to do 2 more because 1 stars are going to be great. So 1 out of 10, most boring movie I've seen. Warning, or again, more spoilers if you really care. From the first minute, this is just boring nonsense. It is another found footage film, similar to the ones where a group of friends go on a trip and something unexpected happens. Well, in this case, they happen to go to the moon. Everything is cheap and cheesy. The member who is really brave and starts exploring the area, risking his life, the distortion effects, the editing, and I could go on and on. The movie set was good, it looked somewhat real. Sadly, they wasted it with a very bad and boring film. And okay, yeah, we'll go with this one. Blair Witch in Space, 1 out of 10. This review contains lots of spoilers. Camera action right out of Blair Witch. A boring story of 3 astronauts going on a secret mission that turns into a horror story with spiders. The spiders are more hinted at than actually shown. The camera problems were supposed to be 70s transmissions from space with lots of noise. Lots of noise that sounded like haunted house noises. This noisy video actually ended up with several seconds of completely blank screen on more than one occasion. The spiders, who are apparently morphed into spiders from small rocks, manage to get under the skin, alien-like, of one of the astronauts. They find a Russian lunar lander and 1 dead Russian astronaut. They wonder out loud why there wasn't a second astronaut, but like most of the mysteries in this movie, they never tie that one up. Perhaps there are those who like amateur bad camera work, but it was used as a special effect in this movie to excess. Skip this movie. Go see Horrible Bosses again. Don't waste your money on this movie. It will be available on DVD next week. I love that they just recommended Horrible Bosses. It's nothing like that, but alright, cool. So hopefully this was as entertaining for you guys as it was for me to enjoy going through these freaking amazing reviews. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do this again because it is super fun to me. And like I said, totally not bashing people's opinions. They can have whatever opinions they want. I'm just going off of the fact that I thought this movie was terrible. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Peace out.